It's the 2nd of August 2022, and my upload this morning for this documentary of my experiences regarding human rights violations is with regard to individuals that are currently in my proximity and that are involved in false reporting efforts and exacerbation efforts. It's very discomforting when people can't respect privacy or property or proximity or protocol or any good procedures in any practices that they're conducting. It's very concerning. I'm very concerned about individuals that can't respect experiences of individuals that they've inflicted problems upon and that they don't have the capability or competency to address with proper conduct. So conduct, we would hope, in an evolved day and age and in a democracy, would incorporate good behaviour, common sense and common courtesy. And there are individuals, repeat offenders, that have been just obstinate about their offences they're causing without consideration for consequence. Now, as I've reiterated throughout this documentary, since I've been experiencing offences, the repercussions in society have occurred, and that is due to no other fault than the culprit's own conduct that they're transacting in civil society, democracy, democratic civil society. So the concern I have is for these adults that insist on causing problems rather than being able to confront solutions. In any profession, anyone qualified in any field would have the capability to have integrity, we hope, to conduct themselves in accordance with ethics, morals, and behavioural codes that respect the rights and entitlements of every human being. So there are individuals that can't help themselves in their efforts to procure from my property and my personal experience, and they've brought it down to such a tone and a level that has inflicted harm, not just on this person, but on my child. My child has been harmed, and my child has been unlawfully from my care since January 2017, and that is very serious. Now, there are individuals that are making that situation a little bit more dangerous, and their goal, their objective, is to arrive at the destination of my farms in Ardfart and Kilflint, and they have not got that right of way into people's property or personal space, where they have violated proximity, protection rights, etc. And they've resorted to slander, defamation and false reporting, and that's a waste of taxpayers' money. And we already know since 2018 the problems that have arisen in that area. So I'm really concerned about the people that are exacerbating offences where they already owe me debts. And I'm not just speaking of financial debts. There's a debt in many respects that is owed, and that is not being cordially, amicably or respectfully or maturely addressed, and that brings down standards. So I'm really concerned for those that are compromised in this initiative of what is land acquisition of people that are offending faith and family and the Constitution and the Children and Women's Rights Charter. Harming a mother and child doesn't make any adult in any light more powerful. If you have to harm an innocent child and mother, where you're causing damage and defamation and disrespect to the family name of where the property belongs, then this initiative doesn't bode fortuitous. As I've said, it's really concerning the mentality of people that have that my concern for them has, And the TUSA Child and Family Agency that has my child from me unlawfully, I'm concerned for your reputation. I'm a teacher. I have a very clean track record. I've been slandered, defamed, and false reported. And I don't know if these people know the damages of defamation. The cost of defamation is very expensive. And these people are of evasion since 2006, and they've only been making casualties in society. So I'm really concerned about any individuals that would be supporting a cycle of crime or offence or wrongdoings in more fraud that in 2018 I addressed due to individuals trespassing into people's personal spaces and causing very serious offence to faith and family, and that is reoccurring. So I'm really concerned about the repercussions, or any individuals that would compromise themselves facilitating any individuals of fraud or false reporting. People don't like their money being wasted on poor initiatives, and I certainly don't like people owing me debts. It makes me very uncomfortable to think what I'm owed. It is vast, and it is increasing with every day of defamation and offence that I'm tolerating. So the issue of these individuals trying to blockade or obstruct or even exacerbate is highly irrational for any intelligent human being, especially when we've looked back already to the casualties that they've caused and brought upon themselves, simply because they couldn't respect people's own personal spaces. So the cost of defamation is quite serious, and the cost of damages to my child are quite serious. And of course the damages, defamation, and the loss of earnings that I've had while being impoverished. I am being impoverished due to these people hoping to monopolise a situation of obstruction, and that's their sense of control. Financial impoverishment, that's how they feel that they have power, and that's astonishing because I have a purpose, and my purpose has been achieved successfully, and my purpose is also still a mother. I'm still a married mom, and these people are violating my property, proximity, privacy, and protection, and they're people of good standing in society being compromised in their positions with a very poor initiative. So I'm really concerned for everybody this morning. Anyone facilitating any more of this, then I think we need to look back at the casualties and repercussions that have already occurred. There's been a lot of financial exploitation from me, and as I've said, I'm very uncomfortable about the financial debt I'm owed. It's huge, and those people living off my wealth, I'm concerned for you as well. So those disrespecting the church or my child, I would hope the United Nations would know the serious nature of this situation. The land acquisition is not very worthy. People that can't mind their own family and homes, and that have to be disruptive in my family and home. I couldn't say enough about how concerned I am for your futures, knowing what you've brought upon yourselves already since 2006. When defamation of my name commenced, affecting my teaching profession. I'm very, very. I'm an advocate of recovery and education, and those individuals that have caused disrespect to the field of education with their bad examples they're setting. I'm really concerned for you, especially with the example you're setting children. So. It's a sad sign of the times in County Kerry that people can't mind their mouths or keep their hands clean when their pockets are dirty with awful debts that they owe me for a long time now. And the TUSA Child and Family Agency, that is not within the law with my child from my care, I'm concerned for your reputation. As I've said, as a teacher, as a mother, as a recovery advocate for women and children, those supporting this initiative and causing casualty and repercussion on society, I can't say enough about how concerned I am. So those that aren't interacting and that don't know me and that don't have remit with me, I'd appreciate if you try and curb your efforts of offence against the Constitution. I respect the Constitution. I have a clean track record. I've contributed positively to Ireland, and England has benefited from my work as well. And I can unashamedly proclaim that England has benefited from my humanitarian endeavours. So the collective in Tralee County Kerry that is jeopardising or disrespecting that, then I'm concerned for you. Hate crime is a waste of time, as I've proclaimed, and I'm experiencing creative intellectual theft also. There's huge violations occurring, and there are huge obstructions also. So there are huge problems with consequence, cause and effect. It's cause and effect. It's simple little premise concept. So those of an unworthy initiative or any humanitarians of any establishment or organisation ignoring my circumstances or facilitating the culprits or repeat offenders, I'm really concerned for your credibility, and I'm concerned for your positions that you're not respecting when supporting directly or indirectly any crimes against my good name and the offences against my child and the Tusa Child and Family Agency's unlawful care orders. So that's since 2017 and again since 2006. So would the authorities kindly remove trespassers from my property? Those on my farms in Ardfort and Kilflyn are committing a punishable offence.